Hello, today I am reading the medicine Calcarea carbonica. Calcarea carbonica is the mineral remedy belonging to psoriatic miasm. It also has some psychotic traits. The main feeling of Calcarea carbonica is the need for stability and security. Calcium offers protections not only to humans in the form of bone but also in earlier form of life in the form of shell, exoskeleton, etc. The central theme of the carbonate is of a vital reaction. Thus, the main theme of Calcarea carb is a need for protection, but in order to get this protection, the person does not need to make any effort. All he has to do is show a vital reaction. There is feeling of being too weak to face the cruelty and roughness of the world. So, we have the rubrics delusion that he is weak and delusion that he is small as the main delusions are there. So, Kalkakab tries to build the protective wall of defense around himself, which will ensure that he is safe, secure, and covered like a developing embryo within an egg. He seeks the protections he needs by expressing a lot of fear. He surrounds himself by a lot of people who protect him. The Calcarea person are people who don't go out much, don't want any adventure in life. Rather, they choose for themselves friends and partner who are providing the protections and on whom they can depend. This protection may be in form of money and dependence cause the fear of poverty. Protection may be in the form of money and the dependence cause the fear of poverty. There is a desire to magnetize. That is to allow one's will to be taken over by another person. Doctor, tell me what to do. I will do exactly as you say. A Calcarea patient relies completely on another person. I have seen this especially in the children and young people who are usually accompanied by their parents for the consultation and never answer a question directly by the whispering the answer to their parents. Even a copped up calcria is usually accompanied by some relatives. I have seen them use the expression I am happy when everybody is around me. This represents the need to have people around them for protection and security. The situational materia medica of the uncompensated calcarea carbonica is that of a woman completely protected first by her parents during childhood and now by her husband. The need to cope up does not arise. I have seen the girl cozy in the protective environment of their parents' homes, hesitate and fear to get married, unable to trust that they will find the same security elsewhere. They remain unmarried as long as it possible, till they suddenly realize that their parents are getting old, so he will she will not be always there to protect them. The same can be seen in young men much dependent on their parents who remain bachelor till late and then try to find mother substitute for wife. In the cope-up state, Calcarea carp is a home builder. Home represents the protective shells he needs around him. He has to cope when he has no face any responsibility and there is no problem at all. There is no protection. Sorry. Calcarea carbonica children can be very obstinate and can even get aggressive. But this behavior is confined only to within their home and is directly especially to their parents. Outside, they are quite timid and fearful, well behaved, sensitive to rudeness and admonition. When the despite showing a vital reactions, when despite showing the vital reactions, a Calcarea carp person cannot manage to get the protection he needs. He develops an intense fear and talks of nothing but the murder, fires, and raids. This rubric represents his fear of human in sense of murder, fear of animal in sense of raid, and the natural fear in sense of fire elements. I have seen that beside the dreams of animals, snacks, etc., Calcarea carp also has dream as if watching a murder. Calcarea also get anxious from watching or hearing about cruelty. On watching scene of fighting or of horror on TV, the Calcarea carp children either leave the room or close his eyes. There is also intense fear of pain and suffering, fear of physician, especially dentist, fear of injection and the surgery, which is even seen in an adult. When all attempt to seek protections fail, they become indifferent, sits and breaks pin the whole day, indifferent about recovery. When the life situation of the Calcarea carbonica person change and he lose the security of his home, he feel as if left alone in the wilderness, thus going into the stamonium state, which is that of the unprotected person out in the dark night wanting to come home. In contrast to Calcarea carbonica, who is the one-sided, who is the one inside the homes and wanting to get out. In Stromonym, there is feeling that is no one around him and they want to come at home. And Calcarea, who is the one inside the house and not wanting to get out. If the Calcarea carbonica woman coming from the world of security happens to marry a violent drunkard, uh, sorry, if the Calcarea carbonica woman coming from the world of security happens to marry a violent drunkard, she can develop a rust of state very easily. She can become tense, nervous, and can feel the threat of being killed inside her own house. Rust toxicodendron is complementary to the Calcarea carbonica. When a Calcarea carbonica person comes to the doctor from an unprotected environment at home, she may weeps and ask for his protection. Seek supports and reassurance so you have. Narrating her symptom aggravates. This might seem in like a pulsatilla, especially if we were to only notice the weeping and seeking of consolation while ignoring the nervousness and edginess at home. A Calcarea woman may even look like a hyosavis or thuja or lycopodium. As explained in the substance of homeopathy, depending on the way she has to cope with her situation. Bryonia and Calcarea carbonica are similar remedy. Both have the aversion to movement and needs for security and stability. And the fear of poverty. They are incompatible remedy. Physical symptoms are physical Calcarea carbonica is usually obese but can be thin also. Profuse perspiration. Desire egg, ice cream, sweets, chocolates, meats and chicken, indigestible things like sand, slate, pen, etc. The pathology of Calcarea carbonica generally includes affection of the bones and joints, white spot on the nails. The main modality I have noticed are aggravated ascending, which cause breathlessness and weakness, aggravated pressure of the clothes, cannot tolerate the tight clothes, aggravated exertion of any kind, dryness and chapped skin in the winter, especially of feet. Rubrics are anticipation, dentist, physician before going to, anxiety, cruelty after hearing, delusion, confusion, other will observe her, delusion, murders, see someone's, delusion, smaller of being, fear, dogs off, fear, ghost off, horrible things, sad story affect her profoundly, magnetized desire to be, obstinate children inclined to grow fat, talks, murder, fire, rate of nothing, but Kant's rubrics are vertigo when ascending an eminence, vertigo from the high place, face is greasy, hair growth of children on the face, desire X, metrorrhagia from the fright, pain menses before, skin cracks in the winter, Fatak says ascending aggravates, calculi, clothes pressure of which aggravate, hanging limb aggravate, meme before menses, religious idea in the children, squanting aggravate. This is all about Calcarea carbonica.